Only 3 weapons in Destiny 2 can roll with this perk combination right here, and one of these perks is getting a massive buff in December, and we're going to be talking about these 3 weapons and why you should get to farming them and grinding for them now while Destiny is in a dry period these last 3 weeks of the season. So that way you have a big advantage. You have some god rolls when it comes to next season before everyone is already out there farming it once they realize that Adrenaline Junkie combined with Demolitionist is going to be nasty, nasty good. All right, let's talk a little bit about this right here. Adrenaline Junkie, grenade final blows grant bonus damage and handling for a moderate duration. So what you do is, let's say you're in PvE and you have a weapon that has Adrenaline Junkie on, you throw your grenade at a pile of ads, probably red bar ads, so that way they for sure die, okay? And you get that boost to damage, right? Now you've got essentially kill clip on this weapon. So that's pretty nice. You like that, you want that damage boost, that way you can then clear the ads or clear majors or whatever it is that you're shooting at a little bit faster, a little more efficiently. So Adrenaline Junkie, a decent perk, but definitely needing a big buff, and that's what it's getting. Pairing that with Demolitionist worked really well, though, and it was only on 3 weapons that this can happen. Kills with this weapon generate grenade energy. Activating your grenade ability reloads this weapon from reserve. So essentially, you'd throw your grenade, you get the damage boost, then you'd get kills with that weapon, and you'd get your grenade back. And then if you empty the magazine on that weapon, you would, by throwing your grenade, you would refill the magazine on the weapon and you'd get the damage boost. So you can see there's amazing synergy between this. However, this perk combination before this was cool, but it was a little bit more of a novelty. But with this recent buff, this is about to be an amazing perk combination and definitely worth getting on 3 weapons specifically in Destiny 2. Before we jump right into that, though, let's talk about the exact buff that's going to be happening to Adrenaline Junkie, all right? They said right here in the recent TWAB, this perk wasn't performing as well as intended, and the path of least resistance was making it live up to its dev name, Grenade Buckler. So essentially they're talking about Swashbuckler, but for grenades. If you don't know how Swashbuckler works, if you get a kill with the weapon that has Swashbuckler on it, you get ×1 stack. If you get a melee kill, though, you get a ×5 stack. Or if you got 5 consecutive kills with the weapon, you'd get 5, right? And so this is going to work the same way with grenades. However, Swashbuckler is not the best in PvE. There's a lot better damage boosting perks like One for All right now. However, Grenade Buckler will be significantly better because it's a projectile, something you can throw out there. You don't have to put yourself in danger, right? When you're out there in a Grandmaster, you are certainly not trying to get into melee range with any of those ads. They all one-hit kill you. But throwing your grenade into a pile of ads or throwing your grenade from safety is definitely a viable strategy in Grandmasters, raids, any endgame content in PvE for that matter. It says right here, eliminations with the weapon can add single damage stacks or extend existing ones. So that's really interesting. Remember the extend existing ones part. Same thing applies to Swashbuckler, but this is really, really cool. This is why this weapon is going to be so good. Grenade eliminations boost the stacks immediately to ×5, similar to Swashbuckler. Lower the duration to compensate for weapon activation. So keep that in mind. Now, with knowing that, now you're going to throw your grenade out there like we talked about before. And with this new updated Adrenaline Junkie, you'll throw your grenade out there, you'll kill an ad or kill a bunch of ads with it, and then after you've killed a bunch of ads, you get that damage boost, and every single ad kill you get afterwards will extend the duration of that timer. So you'll be able to kill all the ads with that weapon, endlessly clear the entire bit of ads, and anytime your magazine runs low, you can throw your grenade and get the damage boost back. So the synergy between these 2 perks is about to be doubled or tripled, right? It's about to be amazingly good synergy. These 2 perks on any given weapon will be probably some of the best ad clear weapons in Destiny 2. I think this will be like the go-to farmable weapons that you're going to want to get. Obviously, we don't know what else is coming out that could be fun or interesting to chase for, or how any other perks might get adjusted. So, but this looks really, really interesting to me, and this looks like it could be very, very much worth your time. So let's go ahead and jump over to here, and we're going to talk about the 3 weapons that can roll this now. We have the Judgment can roll this. It can get Demo and Adrenaline Junkie. The Last Breath can get Demo and Adrenaline Junkie, and the Corrective Measure can also get Demo and Adrenaline Junkie. So we'll go ahead and pull this up on light.gg here. The Judgment, obviously this is going to be, have that great synergy. You'll throw the grenade, you'll get those kills, and then you'll keep that damage boost going with Adrenaline Junkie. This is going to be a very good weapon to farm. You go get in the Prophecy Dungeon. The Last Breath, the same thing, Demo, Adrenaline Junkie. Get in that Prophecy Dungeon. There's 2 different weapons that can drop this. Will definitely be worth your time to get this god roll, or to get this new god roll, I'll call it. I don't know if I would exactly call it a god roll. We don't know just yet if it will be a god roll. I have a good suspicion, though. These are going to be some pretty crazy weapons. We'll see if I'm right, though. We'll see. Time will tell. All right, next up, the Corrective Measure. And this might be the absolute best one for this because a machine gun is extremely lethal at ad clear, and I've been using one quite a bit now whenever I do any low-end PvE. Subsistence One for All is amazing, And the synergy between Adrenaline Junkie and Subsistence would be also really cool. So Demo or Subsistence and Adrenaline Junkie would be just be crazy for the corrective measure. If you think about this logically, what would happen with Adrenaline Junkie and Subsistence, it's kind of crazy. Every single ad kill you would get would give you like 3 bullets back to the magazine or whatever, or 3 or 5. And then Adrenaline Junkie would continue to stay procced by every single kill, whereas One for All has a 10-second timer, and then you have to reproc it by shooting 3 separate ads. Adrenaline Junkie would not, the timer would not come off from that because you would just endlessly shoot ads and you would endlessly have your magazine refilled. So that'd actually be really crazy, those two. But even still, Demolitionist would be awesome because you can get your grenade back quite a bit, which is always good and beneficial to have your grenade back as much as humanly possible, right? You always want that, to have that grenade back. There's a bunch of different builds that you can utilize to have that grenade. Elemental wells and everything else that goes with that, but I'm not going to jump into all of that because that would make this video really long and extensive. I just wanted to give you a PSA. Go out there while the season is dry and get these 3 guns if you can. Judgment with Demo, Adrenaline Junkie, Last Breath, same role, or Corrective Measure with Demo and Adrenaline Junkie. You won't regret it, I think, when this update goes live with the 30th anniversary. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe with notifications on and smash the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.